Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live at WrestlePalooza. And my God, do we have ourselves a banger. On Raw Netflix, just 6 days ago, the Nightmare Jordan Styles was going one-on-one with the likes of absolute Ricky Saints. And the Nightmare Jordan Styles won by disqualification due to the fact Gunther got in and interfered in that match. And here we have it right now. It is the Nightmare Jordan Styles, the leader of the Ascension Era, the leader of the industry. The Nightmare Jordan Styles been through a lot of hell and turmoil. But here at WrestlePalooza, the heavy artillery is coming out. It looks like the Nightmare Jordan Styles is coming out here alone to prove to the industry that he can take out another mercenary to the likes of the corporation and the final boss and the tribal chief, the chosen one, Roman Reigns. Right here is basically a #1 contender match for the title. Gunther has faced Roman multiple times and fell short. Roman Reigns and Jordan Styles have been in a few matches over the years, but ever since Nightmare Jordan Styles took the title in that fatal 4-way match, he's been ascending to the top. The Nightmare Jordan Styles is here tonight to reclaim his spot in the #1 contendership. And here at WrestlePalooza, facing the Ring General, Gunther, we are going to find out, does the Nightmare Jordan Styles have what it takes? In just a few short moments, we have ourselves our opener for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Obafemi as World Heavyweight Champion. We have Trick Williams as United States Champion. And it looks like he has Little Kaiser in his corner. The Ring General Gunther has taken the storm of the WWE. He has taken out the likes of John Cena. He has taken out the likes of AJ Styles. He has taken out the likes of even Randy Orton. He has catapulted his stock in a corporation where he can get a title match whenever he wants. But this is just for fun. He is trying to take out the legend that took out the legend, the GOAT, John Cena, when he returned. And he's trying to reclaim his spot as the legend killer. It is the sacred match against the Ascension Era here tonight. And folks, lock your doors, hide your children, because the heavy artillery just arrived here in Indianapolis at WrestlePalooza. Look at the posture of Gunther, the Ring General. Last week on Raw, Gunther tried to take the Nightmare Jordan Styles spine out with those powerbombs as a souvenir. But here tonight, the corporation thought they could break the mastermind before he got to France or Saudi Arabia or even King of the Ring. But the Nightmare Jordan Styles doesn't break. He is 100% at max power tonight, and he's walking down this aisle, and you see the Ring General Gunther is making the match sacred, and the bringer of war is covered in red paint here tonight. Good God Almighty, we have ourselves a banger. It is Gunther against the Nightmare Jordan Styles. This bell's about to ring, and WrestlePalooza is about to have our kickoff, our start. Oh my goodness! Gunther with a dinosaur drop kick already! And what is he doing? Gunther! These men, oh my goodness, a hiss of fury! Gunther just hit a terrific drop kick onto the Nightmare Jordan Styles. The Nightmare Jordan Styles fast pace is being toiled with Because look at Gunther, jawbreaker. My goodness, a huge chop, my God. He blew the lungs. He took the air out of the lungs of the Nightmare Jordan Styles. Gunther hits him with a kick to the head, and now it's a collar elbow tie-up leading into, what do you say, a suplex. My goodness. He just took out the Nightmare Jordan Styles win with that chop, and then he goes for a suplex. And what is he doing? A forearm with a phenomenal forearm by the Nightmare Jordan Styles. My goodness, is Jordan Styles prepared? I don't know. He can't. DDT. It looks like the Nightmare Jordan Styles is prepared. It is, oh my goodness, a double springboard move. So what leaves the ring general outside the ring stunned. And it's a, oh my goodness, he was going for it all. But now he was going for a suicide dive. But no, Gunther was prepared. And now it's a knee to the face of the Nightmare Jordan Styles. And now he's going after the arms, and we're at 3. He is brutalizing the arm, and that injured arm, no, a groin jump, and it's a 5 count, and he was going for a clothesline. What is he thinking? And Gunther brings it back to the sacred mat.
This is getting close.
It is looking bad. Hold on. What is, oh, it's another vicious chop from Gunther. What we got? He has him in a, no, he gonna be going for that Walls and Jerichos, that Boston Crab, and the Nightmare Jordan Styles fights out of it. He's fighting out of it, and there's a pin, here we go, a pin, no good, Gunther's going up top, good God almighty, he's thinking high risk, he gonna be going for that splash, and it was an elbow drop, no way. Gunther, and it is an onslaught, and now the green general is busted open. What can the Nightmare Jordan Styles be thinking now? No way. It's a clothesline. What is the Nightmare Jordan Styles thinking? He can be going for it all. High risk, and it's a suicide dive onto the outside. Gunther with a counter, another jawbreaker. And now Gunther sends him back to the sacred mat. The high risk was not enough. Gunther has him up top. What is Gunther thinking? He's taking him back to the corner. And no. The Nightmare Jordan Styles was thinking of something. No, what's going on? Oh my, clothesline from hell. He takes him off the ropes and hit him with a clothesline for hell. And now he's going for a pin. 1. And he kicks out at 1. My goodness. What is Gunther thinking? Gunther could be risking it all. And it's a dinosaur drop kick of the Nightmare Jordan Styles. Gets the wind knocked out of him, and no. Gunther's going for it all. Here it goes. It's a power bomb. The Green General power bomb. And it's a kick out by the Nightmare Jordan Styles. He kicks out. He hit him with his best move, and now Gunther's gloating. And here we go. It's a shoulder into the ring post, driving him in, and now it's a face rake. And he's going for that huge boot. Oh, me. And what is he thinking? And it's a springboard. And now Gunther goes out. While the Nightmare Jordan Styles is getting fired up. The Nightmare Jordan Styles has shown you that he is the undisputed GOAT of the Ascension Era. And what is he doing? No. Kaiser gets in the middle. And now, what is he thinking? No. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when you let the Nightmare Jordan Styles heal up, and Gunther has spent his entire career breaking men's spirits, but he has never run into an empire like the Nightmare Jordan Styles. And it's a counter. No, they're outside of the ring. Oh, those ribs. And he counters him again, and he's throwing him into the, oh my goodness. We're at 3, but it's a Uranagi. No way! No way! He has him in the Nightlight! He has him in the Nightlight! He has him in that silencer! No! Gunther! We're at 7! We're at 8!
He quickly slides into the ring.
And he's back in the ring! Oh, wow! The Nightmare Jordan Styles is going for a Nightmare knee! No way! It's a Nightmare knee! 1, 2! It is a kick out from Gunther! The empire of the industry is being built off the Nightmare Jordan Styles back! And you see it here tonight! The poise! Oh my goodness! And here we go, a slugfest in Indianapolis! The Nightmare Jordan Styles has absorbed the punishment from the ring general Gunther! And Gunther's calling for more! And Gunther hits him with his best shot! Look at the counters, ladies and gentlemen! The Green General Gunther! The Nightmare Jordan Styles! He's locked in! These two are locked in! And now it's a slugfest! And these two! He's already busted open! Oh my goodness! Ring General is headed to the... Oh no! Wwe 2K26! This despicable human being is getting in the middle of the Nightmare Jordan Styles beautiful match! The Ascension Era is going to continue, and it was a dinosaur drop kick he tried to go for, but it's a return. No! Jawbreaker! And a Nightmare, no! It's countered! And it's a chop! No! Clothesline from hell! And Gunther could have him out! Gunther could have him out! No! And there's a rope break that the ref missed! Did he deliberate? I think he deliberately missed that! No! What is he thinking? No! And he's absolutely tearing the Nightmare Jordan Styles to shreds! This isn't looking good! The Nightmare Jordan Styles is absolutely drawn up. Oh my goodness! He has him in that rear naked choke! He has him in that rear naked choke! But the Nightmare Jordan Styles fights out! He fights out! He fights out! No way! He tries to go for a drop kick, but it to no avail! And now Gunther! What is he thinking? And it's a, no, he has him up top! What is he thinking? Oh my goodness! And the Nightmare Jordan Styles goes out of the ring and he gets dropped on! Gunther drops on both Wwe 2K26! What is he thinking? He takes him to the barricade! He brings him to ringside! We're at 3! And it's a German suplex! And he can't, oh my gosh, the resiliency! The Nightmare Jordan Styles is still being distracted by Wwe 2K26! And Kaiser is giving Gunther time to rest up! We're at 7! It's a forearm! And he's going back into the ring! And Kaiser's ejected! Kaiser's ejected! Ladies and gentlemen! And it's a knee strike! And oh my goodness, they're at a stalemate! Nightmare Jordan Styles, club and blow! We're at 2 again, the ring count starts over! We're at 3! And he's going for it all! He's going for it all! Hits him with a, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, the ref is down! The ref is down! Ladies and gentlemen, the ref is down! And he's going for a shotgun drop kick! It's a drop kick, ladies and gentlemen! And he has more in store! The Ring General Gunther is in a bad way! Here, deep waters of the match, he's going for a superplex! Gunther is clawing at the cameras. The man is ruling in the division for years! And now he's about to be put out of his misery! And now, oh my goodness, Gunther has him. Gunther has him. What's he thinking? Sidewalk slam. What is he thinking? Gunther. Gunther had him. It looked like he was going for that Nightlight, but Gunther has him in the middle of the ring. And it's a counter. The Nightmare Jordan Styles gets countered as well. And the Nightmare Jordan Styles is now down. He's crawling. He's crawling. This is a devastating position. The Nightmare Jordan Styles is getting a face rake of a lifetime. And what is he thinking? And he's going and he busts open the ring general. Oh my goodness, the Nightmare Jordan Styles recovers and it's a neat, oh my goodness. He's going up top and it's a drop kick. Oh no. Gunther's in a bad way. Gunther's in a bad way. And it's an elbow drop.
To the heart. Consecutive high-risk maneuvers and the pace of this match has...
And it's a drop kick. And a Nightmare knee out of nowhere. A Nightmare knee out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3, and a Nightmare Jordan Styles has stopped the ring general Gunther. He had him. He gave every shot. The ring general Gunther showed you why the mat was sacred. But it's unbelievable. It's undeniable now. The Nightmare Jordan Styles has just made the most punishing champion in modern history in the Ascension Era pass out clean for a 1, 2, 3 with a Nightmare knee. First it was John Cena in Paris. Now in Indianapolis it's Gunther.